As we know that this is your third video tutorial of the Zoology paper. So let's just start, my dear. See, 94 number question is essentially that when ant is bite, they inject. Of course, there should be no doubt that is a formic acid. Because as we know that 94, that's when ant bites, they inject the formic acid in the muscle tissue, and the formic acid is found at the mandible of the ant. So that's why especially there should be no doubt. 95 number C. In eye, yes, donation. Which one of the following the part of donor? Yes, eye is utilized. Of course, there should be no doubt, and that is the cornea. Yes, because as when we're talking about the cornea, and generally blindness is caused by, yes, due to dryness and of course dryness and hardness of the cornea. The cornea is a clear layer which help, yes, passing of the light. It's an outer layer and can be transferred from one person to the another. So that's why iris cannot be, of course, lens cannot be, and of course, so cornea is a focusing power, the remainder of that, and that can be transplanted that's one from one person to another. 96. Which one of the following is going to be the match? Yes, which one of the following the harmony in list with first with items in the second list? Now select the correct answer the using of the given the value that C. Adrenaline. Of course, there should be no doubt that fear and that answer. This can be. So A is going to be A. So A is going to be a 1. So C. And B and C will be here. So there is no doubt that B is going to be 3. Estrogen. Of course, the estrogen. That is going to be a. Of course, estrogen is going to be a. Estrogens. Of course, estrogen. That is of course B is going to be a 3. So now see, insulin. Insulin is of course glucagon. And the formula is going to be the partnership. So D is going to be a 2, D is going to be 2, C will be here the correct answer. Let me further, of course, the information that is adrenaline is the hormone that prepares the body to deal with anger, fear, danger. And estrogen, as we know, hormone released from the ovary of the female. And insulin, as we know, it's a glucagon. Of course, insulin, they control the level of the glucagon in our body, in our blood especially, and the pheromones they attract the partner through the sense of the smell. So this can be the concern, the pheromone that is attracting the partners. That's now 97 match the list. Drug chemicals with the list 2 they are used, and yes, select the correct answers. They go to atropine. Of course, atropine to, of course, heart trouble, no, dilation of the pupil. Of course, it's utilized. So A is going to be a 3. So now C, yeah, D you have the choice. There is no doubt that B is going to be a 1 here. So B is going to be ether. Of course, it utilized as a local anesthesia, of course, to the prevent, of course, the pain while the surgery, and nitroglycerin, of course, the heart treatment. So heart trouble that we have been utilizing, and of course the pattern that is the mosquito control. So if the D is going to 4, there is no doubt that is going to be a D correct answer. For further, once again I would like to inform that is specific the function of that. Yes, it is used as an anesthesia that of at the time of the surgery to prevent the pain, and atropine is used as eye drops to dilate the pupils before the eye examination, and nitroglycerin is widely used in the treatment of the heart. And yes, pyrethrin is the biodegradable non-persistent the pesticide which is used to kill the mosquito, fleas, and other insects. Of course. 98 is which of the following the genetic disease is sex linked? Of course, hemophilia. That can be royal hemophilia. That can be the concerns there. Why to show? Because as we know that about royal hemophilia is a sex linked disease, the clotting of the blood, yes, is abnormally large when they small the cut as well, result in none, of course, stop bleeding in the yes affected area. And the one thing let you inform that Queen Victoria, of course, was a carrier of this disease and produced hemophilic. Of course, hemophilic descendant. So hemophilia is a royal disease. Why it is so? Because Queen Victoria, of course, sexually. So that can be, of course, the hair. Now, yes, lighter is caused by the excessive consumption of kisharidal. There should be no doubt. Now, 108 numbers. In the human being, the female the play the major role in the sex, of course, sex determining of the offspring. No, that is absolutely wrong. Because male, where of course not the female, the women have the two X chromosome. That is absolutely correct. So R is going to be true and A is going to be false, which can be the concern. Yes, 100 is going to be T. Why it shows when we talk that, of course, as we know, assertion is going to be a false here. Why? Because the human sex determination of the offspring depend on yes male. Because the male sperm contains XY the chromosomes, where the female has double X chromosome in the ovum. Sure, that cannot be occurs. We cannot give the accountability and the responsibility. Of course, that woman is responsible for yes sex of the offspring. That is, of course, yeah, that would be daughter, yeah, the son of that. It is totally dependent on the male, of course. Now, see. At which the stage in the life cycle doesn't, of course, life cycle doesn't the silkworm yield yes fiber of commerce. So here at which stage in its in the life cycle doesn't the silkworm does the silkworm yield fiber of the commerce. So as we know that silkworm yield the fiber from pupa stage, which is commercially used to produce the cloth. So here answer will be yes, that is your pupa. P-U, of course, P-U-P-A. That will be, of course, and we can that. So yield, of course, yield fiber silk. As you know, silkworm yield the fiber from the pupa stage, yes, which is commercially used to produce the cloth. So of course, in the pupa stage, that of course yield the fiber. Now let's next the questions here. Match the list now. See. Hemophilia, of course, that is a recessive disorder. There should be no doubt. If A is going to be 3, so now C and D will be here. Diabetes is hemophilia, as we know. I mean hemophilia. That's a hemophilia. Leave it first. First is the diabetes. As you know, diabetes is of course, that is a hormonal disorder. Diabetes hormonal disorder. Show 102 here. That is, of course, B is going to be a, there should be no doubt, that is a 3. So now you have A and the B, where A is hemophilia is going to be genetic disorder. Of course, the hemophilia is a genetic disorder, so A is going to be 2, B is going to be a here already, as we know that 3, and ricket is a nutritional deficiency. So deficiency D, that will be, and ringworm is a fungal disease. So D is going to fall. D, ringworm is a fungal infection. So the 1, the 2 is going to be that is, of course, ringworm the caused by the fungus. So which one will be here? D will be the correct here. Why the C is going to be, of course, so B will be here the correct. Well, let's have the information behind of some the specific diseases. Yes, specific diseases. As we know that the hemophilia genetic disease, because of the caused by the sex-linked disease, it's a recessive disorder, as we know. Diabetes is a hormonal disorder. This is the caused by imbalance of the insulin hormone, of course. So it's a, of course, insulin hormone disorder. So hormone disorder disease, of course, can be considered as diabetes and rickets. Nutritional deficiency caused by, of course, deficiency of the vitamin D and ringworm, the caused by the fungus here. Now, 103 number, the blood, of course, the the blood glucose level is commonly expressed as, of course, the milligram per day. That's kind of the concern here. Milligram per day. So the 103 is going to be the B, always expressed. Now, 4, that is endocrine gland. Yes, with the hormonal, of course, the secret. So C, as we know, pituitary gland is a growth hormone. Of course, the pancreas, that is going to be given, of course, that is insulin, and adrenal, of course, that is of course the cortisol. So now progesterone is from gonad. That's kind of the concern here. So which one is going to be a 104 is going to be here. That is, yes, here will be C answer. So A is going to be a 2, as we know, and B is going to be a 3, sure, as we know that, and C is going to be a 1, that can be, and it is 1. It will be C, correct. Once again, I would like to repeat that the progesterone secreted from gonads, growth hormone secreted from the pituitary gland, and insulin hormone secreted from the pancreas, and cortisol secreted from the adrenal gland. Now, 105 number is sensation of the fatigue in the muscle after prolonged, yes, strenuous physical work is caused by, as we know, due to decreasing in the supply of the oxygen. That can be the concern. Yeah, accumulation of the lactic acid. See, as we know, both can be the concern here, but yes, you have to go here due to accumulation of the excessive lactic acid, because as we know, in the absence of the oxygen, anaerobic metabolism occurs. Due to anaerobic metabolism, there is going to be, of course, the excess to the production of the lactic acid, and due to accumulation of the lactic acid we fell. So here D can be. Once again, I would like to repeat that fatigue is caused by excess anaerobic metabolism, which result in the production of the excess lactic acid. This lactic acid causes the muscle pain. So here they will be the concern. Now see, the small pouch containing silk is often found in the bottle of medicines tablet or the powder from, because silk that is observes the moisture. That's kind of the concern. The 106 is going to be C. White tissue, because silica gel granules is the nature of the connecting microscopic pore, which attract and hold the moisture by the phenomena which known as absorption. That can be concerned. Now in eye donation, which the part is transplanted from the donor, these questions repeated more than 5 times to remind the fraction of the brain that is nothing except the cornea. Yes, no any components that can be of course, the planted from donor to, yes, receiver except the cornea. So remember that. White show 107. The cornea is, as we know, that transparent shape. Surface of the eye does account for a large part of the eye focusing power. Cornea, as we know, transplant can restore vision, reduce pain, and improve the appearance of damage or decay. Of course, this is cornea. That can be also. So now, last question of this slide. Yes, the man whose blood group is not known, the mate with, she is the accident, need the blood transfusion immediately, which one of the blood group the mentioned below and readily available in hospital will be checked for the transfusion? As we know that O is a universal donor and AB is a universal recipient. So which one you will prefer? So 90, as we know here, that see 108 number of the questions here we will consider the O, of course, because it's a universal donor. So once again, why to show, I would like to repeat the measure that yes, O is a universal donor. There is neither A and B antigen on the blood cell of the blood groups, and that's why especially why B people be prefer go for, of course, as we know that transfusion of the O blood group in this circumstances, because yes, there is no any kind of the antigens found, so there will be no cross-matching reactions yet. One thing remind that yes, where there of course there is no antibody present, yes, so that will be universal recipient. For example, AB is a Y universal recipient because there is no any kind of the antibody present and the no antigen presence. That will be, as we know, that will be here. See, antibody, if there is no presence at that conditions, that will be universal donor, and where there is no presence of the antibody, that will be called a universal patient. So universal recipient, yes, AB can be, of course, and yes, universal donor, that will be O blood groups. So remind you that. So my dears, this is all about of this slide. Next the question we will proceed in next video tutorial. Have a great time. Thank you very much. And of course, I would like to request to all the my dears that if my video is benefiting to you in any way, then please motivate to us, yes, to make more and more video that will be, I hope that will be benefiting to you and to build the good confidence to attempt the questions while you're giving the paper of 2019 prelims of civil service. Thank you very much.